Okay, I just want to say this real quick and sweet because I've had enough, man. I'm watching WNBA. I've been watching WNBA before Caitlin Clark came to the WNBA. I've been watching WNBA because I don't watch the NBA anymore. But I'm watching the Indiana Fever play the LA Sparks. Man, the Sparks suck. They were up by 11 at the half. Then they came out, man, and they didn't score again until what, about a minute left in the fourth quarter. Oh, it was ugly. But anyways, here's my point, right? It's Larry Bird all over again. But see, the difference between Caitlin Clark and Larry Bird is that Larry Bird, when he came into the league, he performed, right? He lived up to the expectation and the hype that came before him. This woman, Caitlin Clark, was a non-factor the whole game. The whole game. Okay? Even after she scored 2 3-pointers, I'll get to that in a minute. But she's a non-factor. Right? You got Kelsey Mitchell, point guard, playing like Kyrie. She must have had like about maybe 28, 30 points. 28 or 30 points. You got Aaliyah Boston playing like Shaq. She must have had about 20 points. And there was another girl, I don't know her name, but she's African. She's playing like Akeem Olajuwon. She must have had, she was in double digits. She had about 16, 18 points. These three girls kept the Fever in the game the whole game and brought them back from 11-point deficit. While the impact player, Caitlin Clark, was what? At that time, she was 0 for 9 at 3-point. 2 for 10 off the floor. 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Okay? Non-factor for the impact player. Get to the fourth quarter, right? It's a back and forth ball game. And the only reason that the Fever are in this game is because the Sparks decided they wanted to suck the whole second half. I'm telling you, watch the replay. They really played bad, right? But this it's back and forth. The Fever was up by 1, stole the ball, came down. Caitlin Clark finally hit a 3. And from that point on, everything was about her. No mention of Kelsey Mitchell. No mention of Aaliyah Boston. No mention of that other girl or any other player on the Fever roster. Just Caitlin Clark. And they had some cheerleaders or something out there. They called them the Caitlin Clark cheerleaders. Everything's Caitlin Clark. Then they went to the Fever's upcoming games. It's not the Indiana Fever that's going to play the Aces next week. It's going to be Caitlin Clark and the Fever. Are you feeling me? Do you understand this hype? Do you understand why people don't like this woman now? Because this is the same reason I hated Tom Brady. Media hype. I don't know Tom Brady to hate him, but I hate the persona that they created. You understand? I see Tom Brady in different eyes. I don't see him the way y'all do. To me, he has skill, but he's not so great because he was surrounded by players that were outstanding that helped him along, right? Caitlin Clark, she is not an impact player yet. And I don't think she will be because I watch her play. I watch her play. The only thing she is offense. She has no defense whatsoever. None. She's fouling like crazy and they're not calling it. Just like Larry Bird. They're looking the other way on all her calls. But yet, if you look at her too hard, they'll call it. Larry Bird all over again. And these announcers are talking about, take that, social media. What are you going to say now? We're going to say the same shit we were saying before this game as she hit 2 out of 11 3-pointers. She sucks. She's in this league. She is not a great player. If those sports announcers and those idiot fans weren't behind her, she'd be breaking down under the pressure Those people are keeping her going. I see it in her eyes. They got their first win tonight, so she's happy. And you know who's the reason they won? Caitlan Clark and her three-pointers late in the game. She sealed the win. Just completely disrespecting those other three black female players I might put in there. I mean, not that it made a difference, right? Because the Fever got a couple of white girls, other white girls on there that they're nasty. They look to me like they're better than Clark. You understand? But man, this hype got to stop. It got to stop. Call the game for what it is and stop doing the hype. You're making us all hate this woman. Because right now, I hate that woman. Peace.